Good afternoon and welcome to Spectrum Television News at 12. I am Uyai and I'm coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State. Let's take a look at the headlines. Senate approves 272.47 billion naira as 2025 Nigerian Communications Commission budget. Governor Moeno launches a rice brand insignias to promote administration's image and ideals. Plus, South Korea deports six North Koreans who drifted into South Korean waters. We'll bring you details of these stories and more in a moment. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. We begin the news this afternoon from the red chambers where the Senate has approved 272.7 billion naira for the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) and 15 billion naira for the Universal Service Provision Funds (USPF) as their budgets for the 2025 fiscal year. The approval followed the presentation of the report from the Senate Committee on Communications by its chairman, Ikra Bilbis, during plenary. Bilbis described the NCC as a pivotal institution in the country's digital transformation journey. He urged fellow lawmakers to support the committee's recommendations. According to him, the fund is focused on extending telecommunication services to underserved and rural communities across the country. In the meantime, the suspended lawmaker representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpotu Uduaghan, has reneged on her promise to resume legislative duty following Friday's judgment, which nullified her 6-month sanction. The senator also failed to tender a public apology in two major dailies and her social media account in line with the court order. Recall that Akpotu Uduaghan had, in a viral video, said she would resume her legislative activities in the Red Chamber on Tuesday. The senator also expressed gratitude to her constituents for standing by her following the favorable court judgment that reaffirmed her position in the Senate. In a separate development, the federal government has released the June 2025 salaries of lecturers and other tertiary institution based workers. Following the release of salaries, branches of the Academic Staff Union of Universities wrote to their members to resume work. Recall that chapters of the union across certain federal universities had declared a no pay, no work policy following what they described as consistent delay in payment of monthly salaries for 5 months. The delay was attributed to the migration of academics from the IPPIS platform to the GIF-MIS platform by the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. The branch chairperson at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Dr. Haruna Angulu, noted that the members had resumed following the payment of the June 2025 salaries. Meanwhile, the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Lausa, in a statement noted that the current atmosphere of stability across tertiary institutions was the result of sustained dialogue, mutual respect, and genuine commitment by the present administration to address the demands of academic and non academic staff unions. Elsewhere, the Federal Capital Territory wing of the Nigerian Union of Teachers (NUT) has suspended a strike embarked upon by primary school teachers in the FCT on March 24th, 2025. The union urged all primary school teachers to resume school today. This was contained in a communique after a state wing executive council meeting made available to journalists. The union said that the suspension of the strike followed the intervention of the FCT minister Yes Enrique, who ordered the release of 16 billion naira for the settlement of part of the salaries. The NUT appreciated the teachers for their unwavering support, solidarity, and prayers during the 4-month strike period. Still in education, data released by the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAM) during its 2025 policy meeting revealed that computer-based test centers in Imo and Anambra State topped the list of centers busted for finger pairing malpractices. In total, about 19 centers were busted nationwide, with Anambra having 6, Imo with 4, Abia with 1, Edo 1, Kano with 2 centers, Ebonyi, Delta, Kaduna, Rivers, and Enugu with 1 center each. The Registrar of JAM, Professor Aisha Koloide, made this known in his presentation during a meeting held with vice chancellors, rectors, and provosts, among other stakeholders in Abuja. He mentioned other unethical practices, including impersonators making use of albinos for the purpose of image spending and remote uploads. Back here on the home front, Akwa State Governor Pastor Moino has renewed his commitment to advancing the Arise agenda of his administration while inaugurating the Arise brand and its insignias at the Brand Management and Marketing Office in Uyo. The governor said the brand will promote the image, vision, and ideals of his administration. He noted that the branding will greatly help register in the minds of the people the developmental vision and focus of his administration and also help attract needed support and collaboration. The Arise brand, according to the governor, will appear in various forms as ties, scarves, the tie clips, caps, bangles, and other items. Pastor Eno directed the Senior Special Assistant on Brand Management and Marketing, Ralph Adam, to endeavor to secure and also carry along the renewed hope insignia of the federal government since it all aligns with the vision and trajectory of the state government. The governor assigned a vehicle to the brand management team and directed that it should be properly branded as well and used as a display platform to showcase the various Arise branded items to the public for their support and integration. He commended them for his commitment and dedication to his assignment, assuring him of the government's support and motivation to accomplish more. Earlier, Edem had appreciated the governor for his support on the establishment of the showroom, which has attracted a good number of people to partner and benefit from the programs of the Arise agenda. Government House correspondent Jane Owa reports that the senior special assistant to the governor on brand management and marketing further disclosed that the Arise branded items are all customized to accommodate all classes of people of the state in various wearable forms. In the meantime, Akwa State government has ratified the approval for the construction of the 2.15 kilometers dual carriage rigid pavement and the rehabilitation of a zero point 0.8 kilometers dual carriage flexible pavement at Itam Industrial Park in Itu local government area, noting that the project is designed to provide strategic infrastructure to support the growth and development of the industrial estate, thereby contributing to the state's economic advancement. Briefing Government House correspondents shortly after the State Executive Council meeting by the Governor of Akwa State and Chairman in Council, Pastor Umoino, the Commissioner for Information and Economana, said the Council constituted a committee to engage with management of key investment, including Rafia City Hotels, Four Points by Sheraton, to strengthen mutually beneficial business relationships. The committee was further given 30 days to submit its report and mandated to design and propose a sustainable and efficient management framework for the Ibom Hotels and Apartments brand across Nigeria, including the establishment of a functional and well composed board to oversee its operations. Meanwhile, in a move to enhance youth welfare, the council extended the 20,000 naira monthly allowance earlier approved for NYC members serving in the state to all core members of Akwa Ibom state origin serving across the nation, noting that the decision aligns with the renewed hope arise with the renewed hope, I beg your pardon, Arise Youth Support Initiative and is intended to cushion living expenses and promote the well-being of core members, stating that the grant is subject to periodic review based on prevailing circumstances. The Executive Council received the progress briefing on preparations for the forthcoming Akwa Ibom State Sports Festival and directed the planning committee to fast-track all arrangements to ensure a timely and successful hosting of the event, which is aimed at discovering and nurturing the sporting talent in Akwa Ibom youth. Moving on to Africa, where South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has pushed back against the latest wave of trade tariffs from the Trump administration, a wave that also targets Pretoria, the only sub-Saharan country on the list. The move from the White House comes as the American government announced that it would be delaying the start of some of its most aggressive import tariffs, which it imposed, among others, in April on nations around the world. According to a statement published by the South African Presidential Office, South Africa maintains that the 30% reciprocal tariff is not an accurate representation of available trade data. It said in its interpretation of the available trade data, the average tariff imported goods entering South Africa stands at 7.6%. The statement further noted that South Africa will continue with its diplomatic efforts towards a more balanced and mutually beneficial trade relationship with the United States. On the foreign scene, the United States of America has tightened its visa regulations for Nigerians and reciprocity for Nigeria's short term visa policies towards US citizens. Reports say effective from today, most non immigrant visas, such as tourist and business visas, will now be single entry and valid for just 3 months. Visas issued before July 8th will not be affected. The development was confirmed in a statement issued by the US Embassy in Nigeria. Still on the foreign scene, South Korea has repatriated 6 North Koreans who unintentionally drifted into South Korean waters earlier this year. All 6 had consistently expressed their desire to go back. Reports say 2 of the North Koreans had swum into southern waters in March and stayed on for 4 months, the longest period recorded for non defectors. The other 4 are sailors who drifted across the disputed maritime border between the North and South in May. According to reports, this is the first of such return under the presidency of South Korea's Lee Jae-woon, who had campaigned on improving inter-Korea ties. Still to come in the news, Arsenal ready to offer player swap for Crystal Palace midfielder Eberechi Eze. Stay tuned for details of this and more in a moment. Welcome back. Let's continue the news on this hour. On our business news, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has warned that rising input costs across key sectors could spark a new wave of consumer price inflation as businesses continue to absorb cost pressure that may soon become unsustainable. This was disclosed in the June 2025 Purchasing Managers Index report released by the Apex Bank. According to the report, the input price indices for the composite economy, as well as for the industry, services, and agriculture sectors, exceeded their respective output price indices during the review period. The development, the CBN noted, signals mounting pressure on business margins, with firms currently absorbing costs rather than passing them on to consumers. Still in business, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has reduced the price of petrol from 840 naira to 820 naira per litre. The 20 naira price reduction came 1 week after the refinery dropped the price of the fuel from 880 naira to 840 naira per litre. This indicates a 6.82% cut in petrol prices by the Dangote refinery within a week. A spokesperson of the Dangote Group, Anthony Chiegina, told reporters that the company reduced the price to make the product more affordable for Nigerians. On our health news, a pharmaceutical pricing expert, Tolulokwe Jagun, has called for urgent reforms to Nigeria's medicine supply system, warning that the pocket healthcare model is leaving millions without access to essential drugs. Jagun also proposed a structured plan to overhaul Nigeria's pharmacy system. According to him, medicine must be made affordable for all Nigerians, just those who can pay. He added that transparency across the supply chain and stronger regulatory oversight are crucial alongside support for local pharmaceutical production through foreign exchange access, tax incentives, and reduced import duties on active ingredients. To sports news, Arsenal are open to including a player in their offer for Crystal Palace midfielder Eberechi Eze. Arsenal boss Andre Berta had held talks with Eze's representatives as they look to beat Gunners' North London rivals Tottenham Hotspur to his signature. Reports say Eze is open to the move and has been training to stay fit in anticipation, but Palace are determined to extract the full £68 million from his release clause. Arsenal, who are on a spending spree, are also closing in on signing Sporting's Victor Gokieris. The Gunners have already agreed on personal terms with the player and are ironing out the final details with the club. Still in sports, Turkish Super League champion Galatasaray have agreed to pay Victor Osimhen's €75 million release clause. The Yellow and Reds initially had two bids rejected by Serie A champions Napoli. The release clause is valid for teams outside of Italy until July 15. Osimhen spent 2024-2025 season on loan with Galatasaray after failing to secure a move away from Napoli last summer. The 26-year-old netted 37 goals and 8 assists from 41 appearances across all competitions, helping the club win the domestic double. On entertainment news, famous rapper Nicki Minaj has called out her colleague and music executive Jay-Z over an alleged debt. The Anaconda hitmaker claimed that the Rock Nation boss owes her $200 million. She urged him to reach out to her and settle the debt, warning that failure to do so will lead to the accumulation of more interest. Jay-Z is yet to react to Nicki Minaj's latest allegations. Lastly, on the news at this hour, Asa Asika, Davido's manager, has claimed that Afrobeats would have been more successful if the singer had collaborated with Wizkid and other artists. Asika made the statement while discussing Afrobeats' global success. Speaking during his appearance on the Afropolitan podcast. He attributed the success of Latin music to strong collaborations among the likes of J Balvin, Nicky Jam, and Bad Bunny, and other singers. While urging Afrobeat artists to prioritize collaboration, he insisted that a joint project would increase global traction. And that's all we have on the news at this hour. Do what for us on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtvlive.ng. This has been Spectrum Television News at 12. I am Uyai. Amen. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon.